Alright. Have sense. I'll receive a return a trust anchor maybe for welcome. Well, if it is out from the merry band. Arvinald, what are you doing here? When I spoke with Lima, you told me you were away for a mission. As a part of it, I was going to see the old familiar. You've grown a bit taller after all this year, another world, apparently not. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but my soul may be a year older, but my body has hardly aged. And you are where? May I remind you your Alisons are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of height. Mark my word, the day will come when my great honor shall... Ah, 'twas not 20th century. I myself grew over my boy's proportion, though Moonbreda towered over me nonetheless. Arvinab brings out the best out of it, doesn't he? That both seem so at ease at each other's company. It's most... Oh, for Dola mostly. We need to go over a few things before we set out. Set out? Wait. You have something in mind to go with towers? What gave you the impression? Actually, tell me later. You're going to have me. I'll see you afterwards, alright? If Fordola is going with him, then must mean... As Armin pointed out, we have a meeting to get official. Let's be about it.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Urianger. It is no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Theatrix. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Teleforoi's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us. Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
You got Alisaie.
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered. But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
told me it's the primals, now we're...
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania. The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So, the Empire is the common thread.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first.
No, don't say I know, don't say it. I know.
Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
Me. Oh, they are. Well, she didn't mention Fordola, so I'm not surprised.
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvold?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
Fair enough. At least Fordola's in a good mood. Number of hindrance and enemy, but to send only 2. If it's small talk you're after, look elsewhere. Ah, come on, it's been a while since we've met. You're not gonna say anything else? And you rude. Anymore.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones.
Made sure to inform Jamoldva and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fudola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Eldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
So the Empire's finished, is it? Well, that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat. And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Fair enough.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
Nice bump.
If you've finished with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Paglth'an instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way.
Fair enough. I have little knowledge of that area. I may have experience.
Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxel. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Ha!
I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, right?
No problem.
It means a lot, you know. You coming with me.
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
Ooh, kiss.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light, or Alphino for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime. No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Bloody thing. Can you hear me? It's Tataru! I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian. And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut. But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Man, these a lot of villains.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard.
God, it's just so weird I played
need to give chase.
Then not the Bonanza, not the Donkey Kong one.
I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
Alright.
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
The emerging Arvino is a lot more apprehensive than he lets on. He had been grateful. In your warm, but Azurin, his is another name that was featured prominently in the history book. It would be fascinating to meet a man in the flesh. Is bound. Wherever it takes, we'll bring him home. We must not keep losing. To find him, come, there's no time to lose. Only visible though from devastation is see the place. Forgive me, all orange glory is a prospect indeed. When we find him, the first encounter of the famous Estinian, half the man I fully expect to go weak in knee, perhaps do a bit of fainting while I'm at it. Good. Let us split up and search for Estinian. Since we're I look around the open spaces, the square markets and whatnot. You the nooks and crannies. Very well, it let us inconvenience the airship landing water. With or without Estinian, good luck. I think I shall speak with this guy. So perhaps you will try to congratulate Lucia, maybe. Perhaps it's time for us to see our observation. See. good to see the word of light. Lord Emmerich sent the word of it all turning to Almiga. I gather you will not search for him, but if you do, that's our visit. It's not that we're certain is to return to Ishka, as I respect you remember. You won't come in so his place. Maybe he's seeking an audience with Lord Emmerich, when they find him absent. In any event, I'm afraid I can't help you. Perhaps one of our companions are better. Linger. Alright, fair enough. Bill Balding, I see you. Yeah, it's quite elusive, as Iranger suggested.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
I feel him.
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence.
Been a while, my friend.
Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
Too long?
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino.
Ooh, I remember the mistake. Oh,
Quieter, though. Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
Oh, no.
I am not Alphino! If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged? Ugh! Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of Light's side. To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alisaie shouting. Estinian! It's been too long.
Hey, I got beat up the last time.
No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again. What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
At least someone's having a good time. You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald.
Well, you
Keep him to my... You're joking, aren't you? I'd be glad if someone would take him off my hands.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Alisaie.
Alisaie? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Alisaie, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
Yeah.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation?
Might I suggest that we make the journey to Alisaie together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard. I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
Hey man, at least you get beat up.
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less blunt.
I gotta say, it didn't get off easier than what I had to deal with. But I didn't expect to find myself here quite so soon. Modron, were countless dragons in prison, the great tea among them. We must summon Bahamut once again. We may never again will you, or no. I've been quite honest in the last several, and I understand that 3 of you have rather more recently. I suppose you've changed to meet time at Alas, no, we have no cost set foot on the Delta culture, but I have sudden records, which is not to say I wouldn't appreciate the first account on her dealing with her. Kaiser is a person to ask. As far as I know, he's the only one of us who met Tiamat face to face. Oh yes, you're friends of her father. I too have met Tiamat, After the Dragon War, when I came to a close, I came here to speak with her, a worm who has fought her own war against men in another age. I wished to see if she harbored thoughts of vengeance, and I asked, as she said no. My hatred for your kind was extinguished long ago, but the guilt she feels for resurrecting Bahamut burns undimmed. It torments her even now. I see. Then your original reason for coming here is out of concern that Tiamat has been forced to summon Bahamut. Nidhogg is a part of me. I find his emotions as my own. I know that he would not allow his sister to be mated. In absence, it fails to me to watch over. Skill, speed, vitality, direct. at spell speed. Only 1,000 gold for this? Honestly, it's not even worth it. I do need this for a raid, so I'm gonna keep it. Alright. As a dragon, yet now they're hard pressed to find a soul even better. But the Asians who thought Tiamat was a secret summoning, even as they supplied elegance with the means of capture the primal, so much suffering off. Our grandfather sacrificed everything to protect the realm from Bahamut. We must be prepared to do the same. Wait, this way. Real word. This is the one, the seven great one. Even thus, compare her presence overwhelmed. The man responsible for all this, so much else than has suffered. Bring us back to first 6,000.
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
Fair enough. So have you heard of a thing called Lunar Bahamut by any chance? My sins should be repeated. I sense not the faintest stirrings. As to whom you called him forth, I know none of save the dragon of mercenaries, our children. The Icon claimed their soul when they first met and robbed them of their will. They became tools of the elegant dark designs.
Much like those held here in Asisla. If dragons who worship Bahamut are required to summon him, that must mean...
Yes, the dragon of Mercila are at the mercy of the Asians. There can be no other explanation. Accursed assassins, vile minions of darkness. Again you have profaned the memory of my beloved and stripped our children of their freedom, their dignity. Are there no depths to which you will not stoop?
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished.
What whom thou have for me, Slayer of Dragon?
Behavior befitting a great worm. We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
Oh no. Were I free, I would answer thine insolence with fire, but words shall have to suffice. Recall, mortals, that it was I who did the first summon of my beloved, praying with all my beings to bring him forth. You who contend with icons cannot well be ignorant of the consequences.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
Indeed, ask the Dragon Slayer, and he will die the power of the first brood wield. Were I to lose myself to the icon influence, all would pay the price. But it's a little matter, for even I had the strength to resist. Yet I lack the strength to break my shackles. The prison shall be my tomb.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
She's doused in earnest. Yeah, Alisaie found a cure for temper.
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
Chance to make amends, to lay Bahamut's memory to rest. When our stars face annihilation, Hydaelyn granted us sanctuary, and now your foes will bring about her destruction. This I cannot allow. For the debt I owe to Hydaelyn, to all who suffered for my sins, I shall fight for you, children of men. Nice, we got it. Yeah, stop trying to piss off every dragon you see. Seem I still have some pride after all. Let's see if she's gone a word. Must confess my heart was a thought when the sin thought to berate her, but it appears I won't make up for what she has suffered at the hands of my... But if there is a chance we can free her, surely we can give it a try. Proxy had been shown to be effective at curing my temper. Kenan must be considered a special case. He's far larger and more powerful than any subject cure. Were we to remove the restraints and only to find that the proxy had failed, we would be hard pressed to contain her. Then before we go ahead, we should learn about much that we can about the exact nature of the condition. You should suppose we... Yes, we can indeed. The Elegants kept detailed records on all of the notable captives. I know exactly where to look. I shall leave it to you. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn thoughts to other. Oh my god. Well enough, but not for you. Are you certain you're ready to see this through? Assured to him. I am both ready and willing to give it my all for the sake of the star, though that's not the only reason I ever wanted to set them free. While I do not claim to know about her sorrow, I too once found myself in the prison of despair, and I feel understand how I can hardly be to dare dream to escape. It took encouragement of a braver soul than I am to take the first step of the future, and now I would help Kenan do the same. I gather you not as long as you look. Maybe when we work out here is done, we can trade tales over a pot of Tataru's famous tea, and be indebted to her for the leaves and hot water. I think not. I see. Return swiftly to Tacit then. I believe the nodes that govern TMS restraint are located in the sector known as the flagship. We are familiar with it, the Ultimate Research Facility in particular. You may wish to take this, a spirit vessel containing the small amount of my blood. Which you just happen to carry around with you? I suppose I would be rather odd to explain, Rambarus, Aranger, and I, our researchers, use the spirit vessel to transfer not only memories but to certain bloodlines, so I keep one ready should the opportunity has to arise. As for its use to you, you may recall during the previous visit the nodes granted access to a restricted function. Having identified me with royal blood, I armed with the spirit vessel, that will do the same for you, even in the absence of, well, the rest of me. I think worth it. Agreed. We'll take a good look at care of it. The flagship then. Alisaie and I shall remain here to attend to the necessary. In the event that the spirit vessel fails to work as expected, you know where to find me. Good luck. I possibly restrain myself and mitigate the effects of tempering, but Tiamat has been throbbed to 2,000 years. Those clung to reason. Odd. Rather leave the elegant contraption to you and Alpha Node. Let us split the search of flash for Naught to control 10 restraints. If you find a lucky candidate, do not attempt to make any adjustment. It will be accidentally released in some manner of assurance. Our reveals and Naught at once. You have learned we should reconvene at the process of succeeding. Then penetrate increase level part retreats. What do we call them? Why do they quiver so? But the more occasion, but I never cease to amaze the elegant technology of. Where the hell is the other one? Where's the women proceed? Advisement. One play. I might have angered it. I'm afraid that Steve and I have a little short effort. Did you find anything? I know this. I thought a stench more fire and manure. I'd like to explode the grave. Surely there's gonna be another one. Only if that will lead us to something to help, but I remember call Flash have no final facilities, so you may be able to find use for it. Say, well that sounds promising, almost suspicious in fact, but then you reward our spirit vessel. I dare say it's indeed a nod, or scribes, and a chirping noise. Well then, let's take a little closer look. State instructions. You wish to restrain mechanism? Well, you have to restrain Operation Dragonfield Restraint is overtaken by chief member of the royal family. Best of perhaps. Oh, that's where I got it. Use the state commence by. Not complete. The user member of the royal family. Please state your name. That's just confused, assuming that you have found my name. It must ask for you to use, please. Oh, Kaiser, you may operate the train. I'm a Estinian wormblood. Very funny. If that thing speaks my name, I shall see that it never speaks again. I like this. Alright, let's do it for real. Alright, my name. Kaiser. Unable to distinguish your specimen. Update. What do you mean you're supposed to asking for us? More than I can say to confound blind saying that. Userness. In order to it requires the access of a central control system. However, I may be unable to establish links due to observation of my own software. It should resolve by applying system used for the corresponding terminal selection. I can see this thing restraints or not. I can tell, but I once received system update as far as I can tell. Which is really nonsense. I'm here to help. Rest assured it won't be on my head and guide every step of the way. How gratifying, but I dare say we are far better with the guidelines without it. My colleagues that operate elegant devices too easy. I don't know what possessed Alisaie to surround themselves with these shattering orbs, but the fact they remain while the creators do not speak volumes. Guiding users this way, please. Oh, by the way, I remember. I got this. The light embedded with the answer to the sound of the corner view of her elf. Another time this place, perhaps there was a mountain of the soul who rose against it. Perhaps shoot light and mist, lighting lighter. access granted to user Kaiser. It is Alice and El's companion. Master Kaiser Alice is deemed the safe operation has been denied privilege for them. Don't look at me, it has to be an alpha node. The term appears to be similar to the ones we encountered when we first set foot here. Alright. Let's see. According to terminal, the system employs software 556.3. Dared I ask which version you are employing? Of course, people who were detected data management estimated required for update 5 years in 1 day. 5 years update. It's rather long than we hoped. Aren't there any options, for instance, using a terminal to operate TMS restraint instead? Proposal, that is indeed an option, but please be warned, however, the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update. And my instructions may no longer be accurate. Well, I can't imagine it will have changed that much. As long as we pay due attention to any discrepancy, I guess we shall be able to muddle our way through. The boy tried to explain. Just tell me if we've made any progress. Justina knows how to fight, does not know anything. I'm not helping Justina with his laptop. I dare say, however, this requires I mean operate the terminal. I'll inform you via Limpro. I'm ready to release the shackles. Be sure you left the spirit vessel with me. I may yet use it. Rest assured, I will be certain to Gratia once this is over. Ooh. There's a little more Gratia and it will be free. Before we go any further, there's something I would know. When Kenan and her kin fought against the Alligator Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of Ascians. But it was the same with Ishkar when they stoked the fires of conflict between man and dragon of the shadows. All the Ascians touch turns to ash. Thus, have you made it your mission to fight them? There have been times where you tried to reach out to them instead to find common grounds. And so I'm said, what do you intend to do with Frenta? Will you try and reach out to him too? After I wait. Do not tell him that he was beyond reason, but if he wishes to die, I say we oblige him. But perhaps there's a difference between you and me. You see the good in people, even if the faintest glimmer. You think you are advised from viewing the world thus? Far from it. There was even a bit your way, as I learned we've journeyed to get ice harder. Yet the fact that remains that there are some who view compassion as a weakness to be exploited, and there have come a time where you extend the hands of friendship only to wish to be dealt with a killing blow. So save your mercy for those who deserve it. Fandar is truly without reason on Crete. It's better that he's a rabid dog. Treat him like it we must. I'll be ready to do what is necessary. Those spirit vessels prove useful after the excellent. Justina told me, but nothing more honestly. I take it from Alphino's absence that he is needed elsewhere. Well, that's frustrating, but you get there in the end. But while you were talking off the notes, God and I were learning as much as we can about Tiamat's commission. Our readings confirm that aids to a balance leaning strong towards the umbral, as was able to case with the kobolds. Therefore, all things being equal, the treatment should work. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of ether, which we must contend multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of tempering completely. Meaning, I need all the ether I can get. Thank you in advance. Optimistic as ever, we do have one reason for the optimism. Namely, Tiamat shows no signs of fanatic devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering that is suffered by the kobolds. Tiamat saw him as equal rather than a god. Might that have made a difference? Now that you mention it, it's very well might. You soon would not believe it necessary to defer to his will. But enough talk. It's time for the approve. So off you know to disengage the wrist range. I'll count on you, Angelo. Alright, let's do what we got. Such warmth. The frost out of my soul begins to thaw. Where are these? Visions of a days long fight? Or war with the men in Alaga? What are these such awful memories returning to me now? Could it be the process of restoring the soul with a pre-prestige? Ancient memories, or might the opposite be true? If so, by helping her recall her pet, we may be able to speed up recovery. We trust her. Be to her and to ask her to tell you about times past. Fine by me. Beloved, would that peace be found in mercy through last eternity? Alas, it would not be. Yes, since Saul and all creation knew what were wicked, it was all behest that the men of Allah came to my home. Those of Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in the search for a place of behold of sun. We discovered that the lush, fertile land it would come to Mercedes by the children of men. Many years were passed. Upon arrival, we were welcomed to the peaceful countries. Surrounded by nature, Bahamut and I found a place to raise our young. Fascinating. The correlation with the writings of the Australian scholar Rusha possessed a man that first settled on the continent through the end of a second astral era. Correctly, I would appear, but if only she was with us to hear it. Good. When the first children of man arrived at the shores, no fool did they set into a place which held the dominion, and such as fierce dragonkind as kept their distance, so did we let them be. Yet the days went by and ships appeared upon the horizon bearing even more of their brethren, who divided the vast land amongst themselves. For a time they knew peace and prosperity. As their numbers grew, the smaller their shares came to seem. Soon they began to covet the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought man, blood was answered with blood. None of this would be the end of it, until one day they came with us. Recognizing our wisdom, they treated us to intercede in their conflict. Bahamut agreed, and with them presiding over affairs, the land knew peace once more. Wow, Bahamut as a peacekeeper. I'll go harbour you fear. The men of Alex slew my beloved, and I, in a rage of sorrow, heeded the envenomous words of the Asian. The rest thought knows only too well. Alisaie, but your tale doesn't have to end here. When you are free, we rid the world of Asians together, and you and your beloved will have justice. Fine sentiment, but you're almost spent. I keep watch from above if the treatment fails. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I swear, when this is over. Keep going, Alisaie. The magic is working. Slowly but surely, the magic is working. No doubt the memories are... I knew this was going to be easy, but no patience could have prepared me for the agreement. We're close, I can feel it, but while I only work on a few drops from Aether, with yours and God, this will work. Then I believe that we speak both of us. We must say as much as we require. Careful, my hold his head. Alright, here I go.
No! I'm almost there!
You need some energy?
This is it, Angelo!
Kenan, you want to help out? Yeah, I can't grip grows weak.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Nice to meet you, man. Can my kindred be saved in like manner?
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
Children. Should you hearken upon my call, we shall fight together once more, but should you not, I shall grant you peace. Better to die than live as a tool of evil. You too wished it. I know, and I shall do as my must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
Thou hast my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time.
Alright, time to set this free.
Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
Bahamut, my beloved. For vengeance and torment I rise.
By the gods!
Urianger, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Paglth'an. He flies for the largest Amalja settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Was that what was in it? Okay. Be fine. Cover the earth. Desperate in a tournament battle, it would be wise to get full strain of silence. I'll be fine. I have a recent word. Undergo Ulda at the Hall of Flame. Let's collect. I'll be on our way. What about me? I got some rest during the flight and I'll be ready to train. Alisaie, spine with me first. There you are, I was like, what the hell, everyone, I'm gonna... I'm sure to call Aberrant Tulip, we're about to... I pray that we don't come any harm. First bats, now attack of the armors your homeland. What do the Telephone aim to do with all this? Before we face, we know little those time for the essence. We need to ensure that lest our haste be fled aid to the estuary. What the hell is Tancred? Jesus Christ, Tancred, you're like invisible. The Stroll's here too? Jesus. By happy coincidence, Crown and I were processing the inquiries where news reached of our lunar Bahamut return. This much discussed. We'll have to wait. I know some of you, but with the rest, I'm sorry to say this, but Telegraph have other plans. Paglth'an is already under siege. Nope. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort, with Marshal Tharupen at their head. Well now, given the failure of the peace negotiation, I was certain how the Sultanate would respond. It's good to hear that Ulda has not abandoned them. Abandoned them? Did we not profess to be their friends? Baby sis. Your Grace. Master Therapen have already provisioned the elegance. We have ready to depart the notice. All the required was the agreement of the syndicate for each. No Ul'dah has resolved. Other alliances and nations have alike dispatched troops to Paglth'an. Yet, even with our combined strength, we are sorely tested, for we face not only the might of the Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and a Draconian horde besides. Dalma's children. But now all humans are Lunar Bahamut, not all them. Since the chance the thralls. Animals are not the master of Athian. There will be a little Bahamut difference, man. If sure true, anyone would fight them. And Kaiser and the others, him wouldn't have to show the Bernalona. Luhan remains an incredible, powerful foe from whom our soldiers will suggest the best thrown near force arm. With the aid of silence, I believe will far better, assuming that you are ready to bear it to the front. Pray step forward as able. Meanwhile, shall continue coordinate our forces till we meet. May the 12 bless the keep. It was kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no storage of our other responsibilities. And client request as a reconnaissance. We saved the day, better their chances. Indeed, the airship then. Alright. When I attend to thing, ammunition, and companion my own treasure, Alisaie can see the sign. As a mine, I can't found Telephone will move to attack the armor sheet. If found out Jezebel's death, destruction, one city state will surely be the target. Now they have seen some agendas on compassion, the rest abduction perhaps. You think Estinian and Tima have already reached Paglth'an? But I shouldn't have known better to speculate on the whereabouts of the Azure Dragoon, forgive me. Is it possible that the telegraph rejected some of the more troops stationed at the front line? If so, this has all have to been Arvald and for all the benefits. The Telophoran has constructed buildings capable of tempering, and primals which are not. What secrets are they hiding? Imperial soldiers have tempered or subdued. We shall come able to something about that. see us as enemies even that. That said, they will be able to deafen reason, which is better than nothing. Well, then we should depart with the pack at once. Master Born and Master Alisaie, down the Paglth'an. What's true nature of a new Kaiser? I cannot be suffered the same fate. I'm most spent. I haven't seen eye to eye, which I imagine, but today I will fight side by side with them in common case. Hope that none of them remember me. The grass will be more of a bad battle. Many of the enemies will not fight against the terrain at least. Dealing with the Muhammad and his horse will render aid to our vault for which everyone has been Paglth'an, but I do know they must stop it. Hear us. We should make Fendel behind the back and make him doubly determined to see that it failed.
I stand ever ready.
Victory will be ours!
490. I barely have enough for this. Though Thancred's a way better tank. Alright. Ooh. Emir. We shall torment children no longer. The moment of this situation.
Prepare yourself!
Thancred's a very good tank, so I'm not... I wish I had that AoE as well. They had such a good tank behind. I kind of wish I had like Rhine or Elise for close range. I'm stuck with your shows, there's like no good close range fighters. I thought I'll be a DPS though.
hold back.
Stop. Almost dead.
Away with you! I will not hold back!
Go on.
What took you so long? The Amalta are in trouble. Let's split up.
Hey, Kenan. All of our soldiers. Hey, Sir Emmerich!
Oh, no, you don't.
It's just something after all. We have air supporter. This is how the Americans do it. This is terrific. I'm not leaving anything a chance. Turn to fire. Oh my god. Ah. Yeah, I remember this from the... I had to keep healing it. Ow. Good boy. Oh, you ever see it? That was a fun fight, I'm gonna be honest. Oh my god. I scratched myself one time. Oh, just go out of the AoE.
Prepare yourself!
Turtle again. Oh, I remember the turtle. Did I repeat it? I think I probably might have go one day. This is a big dragon. Oh wow, she killed him already. Oh, there they are. Lunar battle. Oh, that's a delete that button. I use the delete button. Now it's our turn. Oh, it already hit me. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, ow. But he's doing that Oculus action. I think he can hit me hard now. Oh my god, this boss is crazy. Oh my god! Oh my god, this is I need a god dragon. Oh no. So much. Ow. Peace out.
I will not hold back.
It's middle safe though. Doing good so far.
I will not hold back.
Shit again. Now, someone hit him, please. Yes, Alisaie, hit him off. Yeah? There we go. Idiot. Oh, we beat our first try. Let's go, baby. Robots. As you not soon forget to say. Hopefully Tiamat's wounds aren't too severe. Wrist. Our effort helped Arnival Fordola escape. Wait, we don't even know where they are. Did they actually appear in this? I didn't even know if they were. I thought that's the last we've seen of Bahamut. Yep. Well, hopefully it is. I face them in Savage. I face them every time I fight this thing. By the way, if I can finally get freaking Omega Savage finished with the last freaking one, which I can't find parties to do that for, we will see a ultimate race soon. So. What the hell am I wearing? Oh my god. That tattoo? What am I wearing? I'll give it to her because I don't know what the hell I'm wearing. Well, how's she? Okay, we'll just. Alright. That was a fight. Man, the fate of my beloved is no more. I shall be forever in your debt. By your deeds, you said, you we shall remain as long as I live. Never again shall I. As and I vow.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice. The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Garleans who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause, till we meet again.
It was an honor. And I remember the first time we met.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Sometime early inside the Paglth'an tower. Whoa.
What in Ralga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
That's how the summoning's happening now.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
Get back!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them. We're leaving, now.
Forcing a primal. That's what I'm guessing.
No! No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together!
What I can tell, it would seem many Imperials of the city hopefully Arvenal had used to get undetected. For a single victory to wash over all the blood between man and Magi, but one has to start somewhere. So the day is one that take no smart thy valor that have foreign our way from you. Did but that as it may, it is only right to rejoice in the ruin of Bahamut's banishment upon the Aether. They met as did all she promised more than I doubt she will be satisfied. She will fight on them in defense of her children, wherever they may be. Alongside as Baras mind of his son and of the Crystarium, I pray that our people can forge bond as strong as the one first. Also celebrate it. Celebrate well, we will receive word of honor and safe return. I'm gonna get in. Around here, I'm going to have a. Oh, we must discuss the events with Pippin and her Grace. Brave Scion. But I could treat you by urgent news about the Rosary. The Grace, whatever is the matter. As our troops withdrew from Paglth'an, they came upon 2 scouts sent to the nearby tower. I hear yet to hear full count. It seems that one of them dragged your friend, I believe, has been wounded, and was being dragged away for the other. No. I must go. Forgive me, Your Grace. Can you tell us about Arnold's condition, Your Grace, the wounded scout? Not say that it is grave. The surgeon tended to him even as we speak. The infirmary must be inundated with these wounds, and all of us. We're only get under for Kaiser, Estinian. Would you mind going after Alphanon? You may need some support from other than me. Very well. Thank you. And the rest of us will, at the relevant view, would place on. Come on then. I think Alphino is fond of Arvin. I know how he feels, but head ringing isn't going to help anyone. You better have a word. Please, tell me something, anything. Instead of standing here gawping, why don't you tell your friend to stop whining like an underfed dog? People are fighting for their lives in there. Another one comes to see a lad in silver armor. Master Delamont is sent intending him fleet. If you'd be so kind as to wait. What did Master Delamont say? Tell me his exact words. But when do we say our farewells, Harvin? I was afraid that something like this was going to happen. Now it has. All we do is wait.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps I could have...
Could have what?
Ooh.
Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
Hey, it's your other half.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot'll be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
I think he was talking to himself.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
A woman, she plays scorn. Her eyes are filled with sorrow deep enough to drown in. Hey, buddy. I know. There's nothing more that I can do here. Come, let us join with the others. Your Grace has invited the Silent Seven to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. Will three of you be joining them? We will.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all.
I got him right, cool,
To
Arenvold.
hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word. Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Pippin be Pippin.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fandaniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within. Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Primals everywhere.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak. Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause. It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglth'an. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Right. That's why she's the leader.
If you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
Yeah, baby sis. There's no reason to linger. I'll take my leave. Amidst the great push of peace retreat, we would do well to remember that old prejudice yet remain. There's delicate polite dance. I do not envy the Sultana her task, nor the religious leader. Paglth'an knows only too well that sacrifices are an unavoidable part of the conflict. Knowing something does not change how you feel about it. You yourself have adventures with Arnold, do you not? And I shall say no more. Secrets of the tower lay bare. Our duty to prevent further abduction take on the new importance. All in this, our enemy shall be punished negligence with the plague of primals. Even without the threat of tempering, the great companies have quite a task on their hands. Regardless of our grace, it may be best to dispatch a few of our own to assist in the error. Remind me not to mention it to Tara. So you've won the battle of town and made significant discoveries of the boot. The war has scarcely begun. We must steel ourselves what lies ahead. Right then. Unless anyone has to judge it, I think it's time we return to Rising Stone. Good to you, Alvinod. Arnold is in good hands here. Of course, you would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let us retire then. We must regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenge. And we are agreed then. I shall let Kryl know to expect us. A hot bath A hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging with the time available. It'll be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Yes, I'm trying to ask. Thank you. I shall look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return, and Crowley in particular has a few matters she is keen to discuss, and one of which concerns you, Westinian. Believe it or not, you will join us, won't you? Fine. Really? I thought you were avoiding that Baldessian woman. If I refuse, she would only pursue me. Let's get over this, shall we?
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly? When Elidibus sought to make warriors of light, that was the voice which calls constantly to all who might hear it. I spoke of direct communication, when Hydaelyn communed solely with you. A far rarer occurrence.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Krile, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular.
When was the last time I heard a healer think?
Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
There you go, Estinian.
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
We want the Imperial Palace. Oh, take all the weapons you want.
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting, though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
I've seen the trailer, I know what weapon he picked. Through the course, there must be a hardship. I need not my land. I'll be ready. I'll be reserving my strength in preparation for the battle. And since you're here, I have a question. The Scions are in close contact with the East Aldern Trading Company. You've got it. I was wondering if they could place an order for some sun-dried squid. I don't seem to be able to find it in these parts. So I'm not fully exempt in preventing further. Above all, for therein lies that depriving our enemies is the most potent weapon. It strikes me odd, rather than marching on our cities, the Telofrian have so far made only a sporadic attacks. I do think they go to the trouble of putting all these towers for us. The sudden appearance of the tower surely does not have escaped the Forum. It would be nice to think they are receptive to Cross requests of bringing investigated matter. Unfortunately, their reputation would otherwise. None can deny Highland's blessing has a great been a boon to our cause, but remains unknown which regards our true intention. Given everything we've learned from our encounters with the Alisaie, we have to keep our mind open to all possibilities. Best of all about easy to forget what we achieved, isn't it? I mean, we cured Termite. No, you cured Termite. You will tell me I became insufferably smug, won't you? Because the way things are going, I feel definitely possibility. No, you can flex, you can definitely flex. There's no shame in flexing. Like the tales of Beowulf. I think I'm going to have a busy few moons. Know that never seems to be. Lincoln's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I have trust the alliances, but as I do, when it comes to putting down Primals, nobody does it better than us. Well then, more likely, you won't catch me trading blows with a Primal, but for every fell fiend you vanquish, there is countless meals to arrange. Battlefield sheets of water stores to replenish, this goes on. Which is why where I come in. Gladly, mind you, at least I can do is support the signs who risk a limb, like poor Alvald. I wish I was something we could do for him. We'll just have to sell the roof over our heads. If we don't have to come back to Alisaie, well, now would it? That's enough of the rambling. Off you go and enjoy, get some rest. Is there any development? After all, we'll be up for real. It's again. That. Can you tell that's Alisaie or Alvin? I literally can he just plays Ryan? Please, Ryan. Please, Ryan. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's gonna be a repeat of this stuff. I won because I didn't play Ryan. Watch it. If you miss subscribe to all time, like I said, this is Kenan, the Legendary OP. I'm just that good. See you next video. I'll be the scene.